I was working on these old doors on this Chevy, and I happened to think of Josh. Made me think of Josh when he's working on that Rambler, the Rumbler that he got from RP. And I don't know if it's made the same way as this or not, but I just started taking this thing apart, and I've had this thing apart many times, so I've learned a little bit about it. But I happened to think of Josh because I remember him talking about how to get that door lock loose. Rambler's got a little door lock, kind of like this, and I've had them apart before, so I knew how to do that. But somebody gave him a tip on that, and he was able to get it apart. And I don't know if the Rambler's made exactly like the GM or not, but this might help somebody out that's never had one of these apart. There's two tools that you can get that are not expensive at all, and they're really handy when you start working on these old rigs, especially. I mean, these are made, you know, for the GM stuff. I don't know if the Rambler's the same or not, but oh, let me get a tripod. Yeah, I do have a tripod. Hang on. Yeah, I have a tripod and a quick disconnect on it. But this little tool here, you can the way these are fastened on, you can shove that in there. There's a little clip, and I'll show it to you. And it's right there. It's this little ring here. It goes around there, and it clips in to a nut that's on this for the this post for the window crank. And when you're going to put that back on, you just pop it back on. And so that's the tool for that. And another tool that's real handy to have are these little guys right here. And what they do is you shorten you down here just a little bit so you can kind of see back in there. Is that going to do it? I think so. These little clips are real handy for getting in behind there and getting loose. These little plastic posts that holds the panels on. Can you see that right there? That's just got little ribs on it. Pops into a hole there, and what this does is it gets in there and it just pries that off. And it's real simple. But those are two tools that are not real expensive and they're real handy to have if you're going to be working on these old rigs. That's all. By the way, I guess I could mention why I'm doing that. And the reason is these old panels that were on this truck originally, this truck had a tan, kind of a tan colored dash panel, and this was tan, and you know, all I did was just paint it. There's a product that you can get for that, and I painted them, but they never do completely cover. They wear, and this tan starts showing through, and got the same issue here on this little piece that goes around the seat. And over time, I've just replaced this stuff a little bit at a time. And these panels down here were some really cheap things when I put them on. This truck did not originally have that on there, but when I did the restoration and had everything out of this and it was all painted inside, I had an opportunity to change some things and make it more the way I wanted it. So what I wanted was the black dash. I thought that just went better with the color of the truck, and this is the original color. So I was able to make those changes, and now after, I don't know, almost 10 years I guess since this was done, this is just a skin that I bought and put on there. It wasn't real expensive at the time. I got that, yeah, about 10 years ago or more, and I put that on. And that has worked out real well. It just covers the old cracked dash and it glues on, and it's held up good. It is not cracked and it is not warped, and I'm happy with that. So a year or 10 years later, I'm still doing just a little bit at a time as I go along, but I'll have this truck for as long as I'm around. So I went ahead and got some new door panels that that are black, and they will not do this and get scratched. Anytime you scratch that, it shows up when the tan comes through. So a little at a time. Well, this shows the original color of that panel and when it just popped off, and here's that little clip that I was talking about, and you can pry that up, and oh, they got some little ribs there that hold it on. When you push, you just pop it, just hit it, pop it into that hole. And sometimes you can reuse them, but they're not very expensive, so I think I've got some of them around here, and I'll probably just go ahead and replace them and go in with some new ones. Anyway, there, I'll get in the frame so you can see what I'm talking about. But yeah, like I said, they're not very spendy, so I'll probably put some new ones in. So there's the panel, the new panel on, and of course they don't fit exactly like the original. Nothing ever does, but at least it's not going to fade through and be tan and scratched. It'll be black all the time. And here's the last thing to do. Let's pop that window crank back on, and I'm just checking to make sure I'm getting it in the same position as the other one when the window's rolled up. It looks like it goes along about there, and there it is. And that's all there is to that. Okay, that one's done. On to the other side.